The meeting between Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba and former U.S. President Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago on February 7 and 8, 2025, has sent ripples through the international community. Ishiba's decision to engage with the controversial former president, who remains a powerful force in American politics, is a bold move. It underscores the complex geopolitical landscape and Japan's evolving strategy in navigating its relationship with the United States. The meeting carries significant weight. It reflects Japan's determination to assert its interests and forge its own path amidst growing global uncertainties. Ishiba, known for his pragmatic approach to diplomacy, likely sees this meeting as an opportunity to gain first-hand insight into Trump's thinking. Trump's influence on the Republican Party, and therefore on U.S. foreign policy, cannot be underestimated. By engaging directly with Trump, Ishiba can gauge the former president's stance on key issues. These issues include trade, security, and regional dynamics. This information is crucial for Japan as it seeks to anticipate and navigate potential shifts in U.S. policy under a future Republican administration. The meeting has not been without its critics. Some argue that Ishiba's outreach to Trump risks legitimizing the former president's divisive rhetoric and undermining the current U.S. administration. Others question the wisdom of engaging with a figure known for his unpredictability and transactional approach to diplomacy. However, Ishiba's gamble suggests a calculated assessment of the risks and rewards. It highlights the importance Japan places on maintaining a strong and stable relationship with the United States. The optics of the meeting, however, are undeniable. Images of Ishiba and Trump together project an image of camaraderie and shared purpose. This image may play well domestically for both leaders. It could also serve to strengthen Japan's position in future negotiations with the United States. Whether this bold overture yields tangible results for Japan remains to be seen, but it underscores the complex and often unpredictable nature of international diplomacy in an era of shifting global power. Ishiba's decision to meet with Trump has generated a mixed bag of reactions both domestically and internationally. Within Japan, the move has been met with a mixture of apprehension and cautious optimism. While some see it as a pragmatic step to safeguard Japan's interests in an uncertain world, others view it as a risky gamble that could backfire. Critics argue that engaging with Trump could alienate the current U.S. administration and damage Japan's reputation among its allies. On the international stage, the meeting has raised eyebrows and sparked debate. Some observers view it as a sign of Japan's growing assertiveness in global affairs. They see it as a move to hedge its bets and diversify its diplomatic portfolio. Others worry that it could be interpreted as a tacit endorsement of Trump's controversial policies and undermine the international order. The potential fallout from the meeting, particularly in terms of Japan's relationships with China and South Korea, remains a key concern. Beyond the immediate diplomatic implications, the meeting also presents significant economic risks for Japan. Trump's protectionist trade policies, particularly his focus on bilateral trade deals and reducing trade deficits, could put Japan in a difficult position. Japan relies heavily on exports, and any disruption to its trade relationship with the United States could have serious consequences for its economy. This is especially true in the context of the ongoing U.S.-China trade war. Navigating these complex and intertwined challenges will require deft diplomacy and a clear-eyed assessment of Japan's national interests. Ishiba's government will need to carefully manage its relationships with both the United States and China, two global powers with often conflicting agendas. The meeting with Trump is just the first step in what promises to be a delicate balancing act for Japan in the years to come. Understanding the full implications of Ishiba's meeting with Trump requires delving into the historical context of U.S.-Japan relations and the current regional dynamics in East Asia. The alliance between the two countries, forged in the aftermath of World War II, has long been a cornerstone of stability and security in the region. However, the relationship has also been marked by periods of tension and disagreement, particularly over trade and defense burden sharing. Trump's presidency, with its America First rhetoric and transactional approach to foreign policy, put a strain on the alliance. His criticism of Japan's trade surplus with the United States and his demands for increased defense spending created friction between the two allies. While the Biden administration has sought to repair some of the damage, uncertainties about the future direction of U.S. foreign policy persist. Adding to the complexity are the rising tensions in East Asia, particularly the growing rivalry between the United States and China. China's increasing assertiveness in the South China Sea and its military activities near Taiwan have raised concerns in Japan and other countries in the region. North Korea's nuclear and missile programs also remain a major security threat. In this volatile environment, Japan finds itself at a crossroads. It must balance its long-standing alliance with the United States with the need to manage its relationship with a rising China. Ishiba's meeting with Trump reflects this delicate balancing act. It is an attempt to secure Japan's interests in a rapidly changing world order. Ishiba's decision to meet with Trump is a calculated risk with potentially significant costs and benefits for Japan. On the one hand, the meeting risks alienating the current U.S. administration and damaging Japan's relationships with other key allies. It could also embolden China and North Korea, who may see it as a sign of division within the U.S.-Japan alliance. Furthermore, the meeting could backfire if Trump uses it to extract concessions from Japan, particularly on trade or defense spending. On the other hand, the meeting could provide Japan with valuable insights into Trump's thinking and his potential influence on future U.S. foreign policy. It could also serve as an opportunity for Japan to strengthen its relationship with the Republican Party, which is likely to remain a powerful force in American politics. Additionally, the meeting could give Japan some leverage in future negotiations with the United States, as it seeks to secure its interests in the region. Ultimately, whether the meeting was worth the risk for Japan will depend on the long-term consequences of Ishiba's gamble. If the meeting helps to stabilize the U.S.-Japan alliance and advance Japan's interests in the region, it may be viewed as a strategic success. However, if it leads to increased tensions with China, damages Japan's relationships with other key allies, or results in unfavorable concessions to the United States, it will be seen as a costly miscalculation. Only time will tell how this high-stakes diplomatic maneuver will ultimately play out for Japan.
Thanks for watching my video. If you are not subscribed, you are new, please subscribe my channel. Allah Hafiz.